Hello everybody, and welcome back to the third episode of What If Fantasy. And in this fantasy world, we already have several countries. I believe there's 10 countries currently, I think. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there should be about 10, yep. No, actually 11. There are 11 countries right now. And we're going to be seeing more expansion and some new stuff happening today. Starting off, we're gonna have the orange team going through the desert a little bit more. The explorers are slowly getting exhausted, and they're slowly getting tired of exploring. Meanwhile, this explorer group up here is still exploring, and eventually they meet up with this coast, and they start heading down to more explored areas. So they know there's something in here. But one thing I don't have on this map are really like lakes, so like major inland areas. So you know what? Let's change that. Over here, we're gonna have. What if we have like a big bay? Maybe something over here. Might do something with that later, but for now I'm just gonna leave it like that. So the orange team has decided that they want to expand. So they're going to expand into this land they just explored. And they're going to slowly make their way up the coast while exploring a little bit. Because, of course, you have to do that while you expand. And they probably explore about that much. Meanwhile, over here in the blue team, they have pretty much lost every way they can expand. And if we look in their alliance map, they are a part of the Square Team Alliance, which has the purple team and the cyan team on their side. And now, we're going to see, this alliance is going to go after this team right here. This dark team right here. So, the cyan team is going to declare war on them. And with that, the blue team declares war on them. As well as the purple team, but they're only going to be able to supply troops. And we're probably in the time period, because like it's just AD. We just turned the AD. It's probably AD 100 right now. So time has been advancing very fast. But don't worry, because there will be a lot of expansion today. Countries are going to get very huge. But eventually this mega city is taken. Then this dark blue team declares war on them as well, which spells defeat for the cyan team, as this area is taken. Cyan team's troops continue marching and take the capital, and they eventually all meet at this little spot right here, and they sign up a peace treaty. And in that peace treaty, the cyan team is going to get a little bit of this land. The blue team is going to get a little bit of this land. And this dark country is going to get some of the land. Then we're going to see the first of its kind, a blue puppet state being formed in here. And it's going to be formed just like this, and we're going to have, we're going to have a border, just like this. Ooh, that's not very good. Just know this is a puppet state. That's why it doesn't have capital. But, we're gonna do the border like this. This is the puppet state border. There, that's a little better. You know what, we'll just fully incorporate it into their territory for now. But just know that the rest is getting pretty big down there. That is the first country that is fully gone from the map. First country that has left the chat. And now we're going to look at more expansion up this way. with this country. This country is going to expand pretty rapidly. Mostly because they haven't explored a lot of this area. And then they even go into this like area on this side of the Nile. So there's still woodlands over here. And they're going to explore a lot of it. Then they're going to take some land. But not so fast, because the red team's going to take some land as well. But not so fast, because the orange team's going to take some land as well. Now the orange team is starting to get very big. And they have hired even more explorers. But they're starting to get less rich. They're starting to lose money fast. So they're going to sign a new policy telling people to come live in this land, as they have taken over a lot more of it in this desert area. And they actually own a little bit of area in the woodlands. So a lot of people are moving to that area. And eventually, there's a major city that has been formed in the mountain area, the big lake up here, in the lake of the Nile River Lake. There. Oops. There. So we're going to add a few more major cities. Major cities of this timeline are different than major cities of our timeline. They are way smaller because of the population of the world, which right now is probably at 500,000 in total. It's not the biggest. But with that off, we can go ahead. The biggest country right now is probably the blue team or the orange team. They're the biggest. The red team has decided that they're going to make an advancement with the Circle Alliance. And they're going to go after the Stark Red team that they tried to capture once before, but it failed. So now they're going to retry. And they land over here, near the capital. They have one of their major cities, so they're not going to go after it. They're going to instantly take the capital. And the country basically falls after that. It wasn't strong. They're going to fully annex it under their empire. And that is the second capital gone. Oh wait, we need to get rid of the capital down here too. Okay. And now they have more land over here. They have probably the biggest border in the world with the, and that would be with the, and it is with the orange team. And it is also a heavily armed border. So keep that in note. It has two of the strongest militaries. The top three countries are the blue team, orange team, and the red team. Those are the strongest. Anyway, we see a country breaking away from the yellow team. And this is going to be in the north. They're going to make their settlement up here. And they're also going to invade into the yellow team in this northern area. The yellow team is not really in a place for this, for being attacked. Eventually, two major cities are going to be taken. And they are going to sign a peace treaty. And in that said peace treaty, the gold team gets this little area. And we also need to add some major cities. And we're going to add 2 major cities for them to live in. And the capital is going to be the southern one. Turning that off for now. And now we have kind of like a rainbow going along the coast. But something is going to be happening. And that is a very big push in all these countries to form one giant union. They all don't want to fight anymore. And eventually, This is going to be taken into consideration with some of these countries. But really, the only countries that want to, or the people want to, are in different alliances. So like the purple team and the green team, they want to unite, they're in different alliances, they can't. The cyan team and the dark red team, the dark blue team, they want to unite, but they don't share a border. So that's where it goes wrong. But we need to update the trade route a little bit. And now, it now goes up into the gold team's capital. And it goes around into unexplored land and down to the purple team's capital. But with this, we also see this land becoming explored. So there we go. Land is explored now because of the trade route. And eventually all this area just becomes explored. Two big things are going to be happening here. Number one, a new country will form over here. This will be the brown team. It's going to form right here. And it's going to block off the purple team from expanding this way. And it will also block off the brown team from expanding this way. And they're starting to head up north because they want to get that trade route money. So they start taking some of this land over. But by that point, they already reached up to there. The yellow team has taken land, and the gold team has taken land as well. The purple team is also going to take a lot of this land because they want to get that trade route money. So they're going to grow pretty rapidly. And the orange team is going to take some of it. Not all. And then, over the next probably like 5 years, this land is going to be explored once again. And now, we're starting to get to a point where, we do know that those mountains are here. They're not going really in the way of the mountains, though, because if we do remember, the mountains are like this. They go down, and they're like that, for the most part. Maybe even like this. Something like that. But they're starting to head towards the mountains. We need to add a few more major cities. They're not going to be as much this time, though, because we're starting to go farther inland. Just like that.
What?
Our city's going to be right there, the capital city. And there we go. So now, a lot of these countries are going to be blocked off from expanding. Those being green team, purple team, blue team, red team, cyan team, and the dark cyan, and the dark blue team. And something is going to be happening for the first time in a long time. Another rebellion is happening inside of the blue team. And this is once again the dark cyan team rebellion. And it actually grows pretty strong this time round. And it gains a lot of support from these areas. And eventually it takes over this whole side of the country. But as we all know, the blue team has the highest population. So they also have a lot of troops. So they're able to move their troops, and they probably take about this much land back. This is where the red team decides to declare war on the rebellion. Which technically isn't something you can do, but the blue team can't stop them right now. They're still fighting it off. So by the time they get all the way up there, the red team has taken some of this land over, and they're really mad about this. But they have to let them take land, because that's how it works. So they take about this much land. The rest of it goes over to the blue team. And now the tensions are getting so high that these two alliances may be going to war. But before that happens, the red team is going to get a new ally. And that is going to be the Dark Cyan team. And now that they're in alliance, them and the Cyan team them and the normal Cyan team don't want to become one country anymore. And tensions are going to be rising. So, basically, on this whole coast, tensions are rising on all this area. All this area and this whole island, the tensions are rising. And as we get on the verge of war, we see all the desert being explored besides for the desert island that actually has just been discovered. So they discover all this area, and they're going to expand a ton in this area. And all this area they have taken over. And now, let's see that war. And the aggressors of this war is going to be the blue team. And it's mostly because they're really mad about the red team. But the red team is kind of going on a rampage. They're strong, but the blue team has significantly increased their military. And they're going to start the invasion of the dark blue team, which instantly gets the alliance to help with them. But by that point, it's pretty much too late, as the Cyan team is here to help down here. And the landing is made in the capital, and it takes it over. And they surrender. Meanwhile, the red team has already gone in and attacked from the north, where their troops were already stationed. They even reach over to the purple team, and together, they had a secret plan for this. They're going to go through the purple team, so they attack the purple team, and they meet up with the green team, who had already went in to the purple team from the north. And then the green team says they got it from here. But they do, but they don't, because all the support from down here is going up to the purple team, which basically pushes them back out in the south. And they even capture this major city back. And they're just going to hold out on this front line for now. Meanwhile, the blue team has gone into the red team. And they have gone to the capital. So they're going to basically redraw all the troops up here to help defend the city, and they even push them back. But the blue team was prepared for this, and they're now going through this area at the north that they just withdrew the troops from. And they have made advancements on all front lines. And the blue team, right before this war, had became the #1 person out of them all. They're the top dog. And, yeah, they're pretty much no match. And what spells defeat for the red team is the orange team joining the war. They had gotten a lot of support from their people, so they went ahead and declared war. And all the southern island down here is captured. By this point, they're just going to surrender. The red team does a stupid thing and surrenders over to the orange team. The troops over here are going to get taken back, and the green team surrenders over to the purple team. So now that this war is over, we can take a look at this massive peace treaty. Here is the peace treaty. Starting off, the orange team takes all the southern island down here, and they take a good amount of land in this area. The red team has grown significantly smaller. They do take all that land. And the blue team gets this land, and a little piece of land down here. Meanwhile, the purple team is going to get all this land, and the green team is going to be let go. Down here, this is where it gets very interesting. Cyan team is going to get all this little piece of land. Meanwhile, this area goes over to them and this area, so now they have that very, very big and religious city right here. It's very important. It'll be very important in the future. And that is there. Meanwhile, this area is released as this country. They are very mad that they lost. They are extremely mad. See, no one else has to move their capital. And there we go. That's the peace treaty, the after-war peace treaty. Largest country currently is going to be the blue team. Then it'd be the orange team. Speaking of the orange team, they have been exploring this new desert island, and they make a landing down here as well. And now they're going to make a little colony on this island as well. They're the first country to have 2 colonies, besides for the blue team when they had that extra colony, but it merged with the other one. So, and eventually, after probably about 30 years or so, they're going to expand like this. And eventually, during that time period, they also learn more about this island. And they make the colony a little bigger. And now the orange team is definitely very big. They are the biggest right now. Meanwhile, since, we know somebody here is mad, eventually, all the alliances have been disbanded. They're all gone. Goodbye. Besides for the Square Alliance, and it's going to barely hold out. And it's basically just going to stay with the blue team and the cyan team. But the purple team leaves it. And now we have the desert has been fully discovered, besides for that island. And now they're moving into this woodland area, where a new group of people emerge, and they start living here. And eventually, they make it their home, and they're going to settle down. And these people are the lime team people. They came from the orange team originally, but now they're here. Yeah. Take over all this explored area and make a border with the orange team, and send their own exploration groups down to this area. And they even set up their own colony, which angers the orange team very much. And now we need to do more of the major cities, because as you can see, this desert there's not a lot of people there. That's why they can take so much of it over. There are probably about that many major cities. Maybe like one right here. Then, boom, 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 boom. I do it back all the way through that. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Capitals. We need to add one new capital for the Lime team. And they have decided that they're going to put it right here. There we go. So this episode is coming to an end. But we have one more thing happening. And that is the conquest of the blue team. This is something I didn't show really in my What If Silver Link Started Over. One of these kind of things never happened. But in today's world, it will. As the blue team invades into the purple team, they have upped their military significantly, and they take it all over. But before they end this war, they're also going to go back after the Dark Science team and take all of it over. Then they unite with the Cyan team, sparking a new age. And this is the age of the blue team. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please show your support. The blue team is now massive. They are very deadly. If you voted them, I'd watch out if I were you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.